Hi and welcome. You're watching Homeopathy 360 with me, Dr. Shalmili. Homeopathy 360 is a show we're presenting to you with an intention to bring to you all the information we can about homeopathy. So in each episode, we will be calling a particular guest and we will be discussing with them about different conditions and how homeopathy can help in each of those conditions. And of course, our guests are going to be very experienced homeopathic physicians. So before we start off with today's episode, I'd like to give you a small back history as to how homeopathy started and the development of homeopathy, especially in India. So if we're going to talk about the start of homeopathy, we'll have to go back to the 19th century. So it all began with a physician by name Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. Dr. Hahnemann was a Greek physician who practiced modern medicine, something we call allopathy in today's terms. So during his clinical practice, Dr. Hahnemann was not satisfied with the methods that modern practice used at that time, some of which included bloodletting, where the patient was supposed to bleed out for therapeutic purposes, and so on, which were very barbaric and which in turn caused a lot of suffering to the patient as well. So Dr. Hahnemann was not happy with that, and then he went on to translate certain books with which Dr. Hahnemann did come across that if a particular medicine was given that caused the same symptoms, it was capable of curing as well. So in detail about how Dr. Hahnemann found homeopathy will be told to you by today's guest. So I will move ahead. So Dr. Hahnemann did try certain medicines on himself and came up with the concept of homeopathy. Now, what is homeopathy? It is made up of two terms. So it has homeo, which means similar, and pati, which means suffering. So Dr. Hahnemann did coin this kind of practice as homeopathy, and he also gave a name to this modern medicine that he was practicing, known as allopathy, which we all know today. So after this, a lot of physicians started practicing. This is in Greece I'm talking about. So a lot of physicians started practicing homeopathy, and this system of medicine went on to spread. So if you're going to talk about how homeopathy came to being in India, so it came with the Greek missionaries who came and started practicing homeopathy in India. So there was one Dr. John Honigberger who came to India to treat Maharaja Ranjit Singh because his vocal cords were paralyzed and so was his throat. So after treating Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Dr. John went to Kolkata and started practicing homeopathy there. So even today you find a lot of homeopaths in Kolkata as well. So from here, the development of homeopathy started in India, and finally in 1973, the Council for Homeopathy came to exist in India, known as the Central Council for Homeopathy. So they set certain principles for the practice of homeopathy in India and for the education of homeopathy in India. So today, the physicians in India who practice homeopathy are all qualified physicians.